Have you ever heard the term, put them out of their misery? Chances are you have, because it is universally accepted to euthanize animals when they are near death to keep them from suffering. So why aren't humans given the same courtesy? Instead, they are just expected to suffer. People should be able to choose when and how they die instead of being forced to suffer through slow and painful illnesses. Many places, people are not given the choice of how they die, and that can cause many issues. Physician-assisted dying should be universally accepted to help keep people from suffering. If physician-assisted dying remains illegal, many more people are going to be forced to die in ways they do not wish to. I am a credible source on this subject because I have done extensive research on this topic. There are many people who suffer unnecessarily and have no quality of life when there is no chance of them getting better. In many places, people with terminal illnesses are not allowed to control how and when they die. People with terminal physical and mental illnesses are often forced to suffer immeasurable pain until they succumb to those illnesses. Hospice and palliative care is often the only option for people that are dying, and there are many disadvantages to it. According to the article, Advantages and Disadvantages of Hospice Care, written by Frank Davis in 2021, hospice care is often the responsibility of the family. It can be physically, emotionally, and financially draining for everyone involved. People are often in hospice care for up to 6 months, and it causes unnecessary suffering not only for the person that is dying, but for everyone around them as well. So that was just a little bit about the issue. Let me tell you what the solution should be. So there are many countries and some states that allow for physician-assisted dying. We should follow in the footsteps of these countries. They've had these laws for many years, and we should study their research. According to euthanasia law in Belgium and Netherlands, written by Luc de Liens and Gerrit van der Waal in 2003, in Belgium, the doctor can only proceed when they know the patient well enough to be able to assess whether their request for euthanasia is voluntary and well considered, whether the patient's medical situation is without prospect of improvement, and whether the individual is suffering unbearable pain. As written by Preeti Jha in the 2020 article, New Zealand euthanasia assisted dying to be legal for terminally ill people, the criteria for a person must meet to be eligible for physician-assisted dying is suffering from a terminal illness that likely to end their life within 6 months, showing a significant decline in physical capabilities, and being able to make an informed decision about physician-assisted dying. Physician-assisted dying also gives people autonomy over their bodies. According to Take Care of Your Healthcare, excerpt Your Patient Autonomy, written by Dr. Carolyn Bernstein in 2018, autonomy means being in control of your own decisions without outside influence. Now that I have told you what the solution will be, let me tell you what happens if we don't legalize it. If physician-assisted dying is not legalized, then people will continue suffering and dying on other people's terms instead of their own. As written by Tricia Torrey in the 2020 article, Arguments in Favor of a Right to Die legislation, if physician-assisted dying is legalized, patients have an opportunity to die with dignity, without the fear they will lose their physical or mental capabilities. People are often forced to suffer slow and painful deaths, when often there is a better option that limits suffering, which is physician-assisted dying. Many places, people are not always given a choice as how they should die, and often hospice is the only option. And while it's the right choice for some people, it should not be the only choice. Physician-assisted dying is an option that should be legalized because it prevents people from suffering in their last days and weeks. If physician-assisted dying remains illegal, people will continue to suffer and die unnecessarily. The best way to help legalize physician-assisted dying is to vote. Do research on the candidates running, not only federally but locally as well, and reach out to your representatives to see where they stand on this subject.